I feel like roaches would be good, but I don't know. I know that like we saw Muta versus Muta, but I really like to see Roach versus Roach because then you see like the multi prongs and the burrowed roaches and all the good stuff, all the fun stuff.
Oh yeah. I actually really want to see as much as I kind of got a little bit sick of the Roach War meta that happened for a very long time, I kind of want to see it again because one really cool thing that happened in those Roach Wars were like the burrowed roach run-bys that would happen. That were always really cool where like someone like they're about to take an engagement, they just grab like a few roaches, burrow them, and send them to like the third and pop them up and do a lot of damage. And I hope
Yeah.
we kind of get to see some of that in this series. Here
Well,
we go. Again, loading into Iron Fortress. All right, so here in the top left spawning position on Iron Fortress, we have the yellow Zerg player currently down 1-0, PandaBearMe.
and in the bottom left, representing Flipside Tactics, can you finish the series out? It's JonSnow. This is a best of three, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, he could end this on a 2-0. I think PandaBearMe is definitely gonna do everything in his power to make sure that does not happen. But it could happen where they're both gonna spot each other first, so any cheeky shenanigans that any of them may be planning wouldn't really pan out very well, but considering how they're going right now, I don't think anything would be too cheeky. Maybe a 14-14 could happen, but um I'm not entirely sure that's gonna happen. I think they might open up similarly as they last game. As soon as their overlords touch, they're definitely gonna be oh, JonSnow taking a gas.
13-12? Or is this
Maybe
is 14-14?
yeah, 14-14, yeah. So JonSnow is going for the 14-14, so he wants to be a bit more aggressive than PandaBearMe. I think PandaBearMe might be going for that hatch first, and he is, so the question is whether or not he's going to go gas pool again, or if he's just going to go straight into a pool, just to be a little bit safer. I think we're about to find out in a second, and let's see. Yeah, I think he's actually going to go for that pool. Actually, he's going for a 16 pool, so that's actually slightly greedier than what some Zergs would do. We get it at 15. JonSnow did cancel that gas, I realize now, so I don't think he's, I think because their overlords bumped heads, he decided not to go for the aggression. Because PandaBearMe will be able to scout what he's doing pretty soon. So, and also he sees the natural, so JonSnow knows what's coming, kind of knows what's up. PandaBearMe just put down a spawning pool as JonSnow's is finishing, and PandaBearMe's gas is finishing up, so...
Wait, did JonSnow just cancel his, like... Yeah, he canceled his gas, right?
Yeah. He's putting up another one, yeah. I think because their overlords bumped heads, so he knows
Oh, so
PandaBearMe
he
scouted
knows if it
fast.
was cross
Yeah.
spawn, this would have done a lot. But if since it's not, okay, I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so JonSnow is like, yeah, JonSnow is probably, this is kind of showing that JonSnow respects PandaBearMe's skill and is like, okay, he's going to be able to scout me, so if I try to commit to this, he'll be able to defend it, he'll have links in time, so I should not try to commit and just take a faster natural instead. He's going to go scout with these two lings, as is standard, and obviously won't be able to probably do much since PandaBearMe's pool is finished and he'll have lings out. PandaBearMe will have speed a little bit before JonSnow. It shouldn't be anything significant unless JonSnow does something crazy like skip speed layer, which I highly doubt that'll happen.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
That is a silly decision, I think. So let's see. Yep, speed on the way.
Yep. Good denial from the drone kill. But JonSnow's just gonna go in and get the scout. Unless he already did. I think he already did get the scout. No, he didn't scout the gas yet. He should probably scout the gas instead of going for this drone.
Yeah, I think he was playing around until the queen popped up, but that is a little bit risky. And he didn't even go into the main.
Yeah.
He's probably going to wait for those lings to heal up a bit before going in, but it is kind of important to check. They both started their baneling nest at the same time. JonSnow again putting in the defensive position in front of his natural, and PandaBearMe keeping it behind his mineral line, which keeps the baneling nest a little bit safer from being picked off than JonSnow's, but JonSnow also lets him defend his natural easier because that queen won't be as easily surrounded.
Yeah, and
So,
JonSnow didn't even go into the main, so he doesn't know there's gas. He doesn't even know if there's a Baneling's nest. But he might assume just from the amount of drones and workers that he saw that there is a gas, just because if not, you would see a lot more queens because it'd be a gasless build.
So PandaBearMe is gonna get a little bit of a scout. Oh no, he doesn't really see anything.
Oh
Did
wow,
he see the lair on the way?
PandaBearMe just
Yeah, he
canceled
did.
his, someone just canceled their bailings, or what did PandaBearMe cancel something? I think he made a second bailings nest, but he canceled him with the layer.
Yeah. Mistakes happen. That's not gonna be too big of a thing. It's not gonna really keep him behind. JonSnow actually canceled his lair, and he's going straight for a Roach Warren instead. So I think I'm trying to mind game PandaBearMe a little bit, making him think he might be thinking of going Muta again.
Mhm.
But instead, he's going to go for this Roach build. This Roach play, he's having some banlings to be defensive as this is PandaBearMe.
Oh, he gets a free
JonSnow's being
change.
aggressive right here, yeah.
I really
Oh.
do like this from JonSnow. I think in vertical positions or not cross positions, Roach Bane is actually the way to go.
Yeah, it's actually really powerful because the roach don't have speed for a little bit. So being this close in spawning positions makes it so the roaches can actually rally there pretty quickly compared to if they're across spawn, which would take forever to get across the map. So this could be a really smart play from him. He is making 6 roaches right now, and he's trying to keep PandaBearMe back a little bit and pick off some things as he.
Ooh, good
Oh,
bailing hit from PandaBearMe though.
that's gonna hurt JonSnow a bit. It's gonna make his push a little bit weaker.
But here's that timer that we all always talked about. Like the spire is just going up and the brooches are already coming out. We'll see if when JonSnow wants to push out, he's clumping all of them. I don't know what he's doing. I think he might think there's like a false aggression coming. Okay, he's going now. Like this is the time to go.
Yeah. I think he was just like raiding his roaches, trying to make sure he has enough before he pushes out. So PandaBearMe is going to be an issue, whereas a lot of his gas went into that spire, so he does need to commit into these spines that he's building right now. And since he won't have the mutas for a while, JonSnow has a huge timing window where he can do a lot of damage and maybe potentially end the game. It's going to all come down to
oh my gosh. The spines aren't even made yet. There might not be up enough for this bailings, but the roaches are going to come in, and there's nothing really here besides the spine crawlers that are building that's going to be able to contend with this many roaches. But we'll see. He has to focus on the spine crawlers. Drones are actually getting pulled because he knows how important this is. Bailings are in here, so that's going to nullify the drones at all. Big bailing hits from PandaBearMe. He actually killed almost all of JonSnow's bailings with only 3 of his own. So really good trade there from PandaBearMe. And JonSnow's going to push in here. If you can snipe the spine crawlers, that's pretty much game ending. Mutas aren't even out. Like the spire is done, but PandaBearMe didn't even go for the mutas because he knows he has to get the zerglings out. But there's this constant reinforcement. GG is called.
Even if PandaBearMe is able to get out the mutas don't necessarily counter roaches. Any of the roaches can't shoot the mutas, and mutas can shoot the roaches. They just don't kill them fast enough. So even if the mutas were slightly faster, I think JonSnow could have still taken that game since he would be able to just overwhelm PandaBearMe. And JonSnow takes the series 2-0 over PandaBearMe.
My webcam's being really buggy. Or Diego's webcam's being really buggy.
Sure, go ahead, blame Diego.
Oh, it's his webcam.
Alright, so we'll be heading into our next match a little bit shortly. Alright guys, so before the next match, we're going to take a small little break, so I hope you're enjoying the stream. Remember, this is the RSL Group C, and we'll see you guys in a few minutes.